Every day, decisions are made in meetings. Someone promises to follow up, and nobody writes it down. Or a software subscription automatically renews for another 12 months without anyone noticing. These unmanaged internal operations silently bleed capital and time from your business. Part 4 of the Business Owner Workbook solves this. By the time you complete this section, you will have systems in place to permanently automate your meeting notes, formalize your hiring process, and track your vendor contracts. To get started, gather a blank copy of your workbook, a list of your company's recurring meetings, and any active vendor contracts or lease agreements. Right now, your business runs on unwritten rules and memory. Translating those unwritten rules into a documented operational system is the mandatory first step before you can deploy artificial intelligence to help run it. Let's begin in section 4.1. In the first 2 exercises, list every recurring meeting your team holds and select an AI transcription tool like Fathom or Otter to record them. Before you hit record, you have to establish a consent protocol. This warning document highlights a critical legal reality. In an all-party consent state like Illinois, recording a call without everyone's knowledge is a Class 4 felony. Recording consent is non-negotiable. To protect your business, use the dual consent approach outlined in Exercise 3. Add a disclaimer to all calendar invites stating the meeting may be recorded, and make a verbal announcement at the start of every single call. Next, look at Exercise 5. Assign one specific person on your team as the workflow owner for each meeting type. This person is responsible for starting the recording and running the AI summary prompt afterward. By selecting a dedicated tool, mandating a legal consent protocol, and assigning an owner, you turn every spoken meeting into a fully searchable, compliant text asset. Moving to section 4.2, we structure your hiring process. List the roles you frequently hire for and write down the top 3 non-skill qualities you look for in a candidate, qualities like reliability or attention to detail. Then, audit your current onboarding checklist. Identify what is missing from a new hire's first 30 days, moving away from a vague shadow someone for a week approach toward a structured welcome plan. AI is excellent at drafting job descriptions and screening questions based on your notes. However, it cannot practice law. As you can see here, your formal offer letter template, which covers at-will language and benefit eligibility, requires mandatory review and an approval stamp from an employment attorney before you use it. Once he's completed these steps, sign the key decision box at the bottom of the page to commit to these new standards. With candidate qualities documented and offer letters legally reviewed, your hiring shifts from a reactive scramble into a repeatable, legally sound pipeline. Next is section 4.3. Use the table in Exercise 1 to inventory every active lease, software subscription, and vendor agreement your business holds. This timeline represents a contract approaching expiration. Audit agreements for hidden auto-renewal trap zones highlighted here, like uncapped price increases or long cancellation windows. To preempt these traps, set calendar reminders precisely 90 days and 30 days before the renewal date. Assign exactly who receives these reminders on your team, and sign the key decision box to lock the process in. By extracting these dates from filing cabinets and placing them on an active calendar, you eliminate surprise expenses and vendor lock-in traps. Sections 4.4 and 4.5 handle physical inventory and field worker dispatch. Step 1 is assessing if your business actually does either of these things. Looking at this flowchart, you can see that pure service businesses bypass the inventory and dispatch modules entirely. If you don't hold physical stock or dispatch a fleet, mark these sections NA. If you do hold inventory or dispatch workers, proceed through the exercises. Record your top vendor lead times, identify your seasonal demand patterns, and document the unwritten constraint rules your dispatchers use. Ruthlessly skipping irrelevant modules prevents operational bloat. It keeps your playbook tightly focused only on the systems that actually drive your business. Finally, open the Part 4 summary scorecard. Rate your confidence level from 1 to 5 for each section you've just completed. At the bottom of the page, record your current baseline metrics. Write down the number of administrative hours you currently spend per hire and tally how many contracts now have active renewal reminders. Review the entire section to ensure every key decision box has your final signature. Establishing these concrete numbers today creates a baseline. Later, when you measure the drop in stockouts or the hours saved in hiring, you will have exactly what you need to calculate the return on your AI investments. Your internal operations playbook is now fully documented. The raw inputs are ready for prompt generation. In the handoff phase, these inputs will be used to generate your custom AI meeting prompts, behavioral job descriptions, and precise contract summaries. You have one immediate action item. Distribute your new meeting recording consent protocol to your team today to begin automating their notes tomorrow. With your meetings captured, your hiring structured, and your contracts mapped, your daily operations are now legally protected and primed to scale.